everyone, my name's Catherine and welcome to my channel. And I haven't posted in a while, but I'm actually in New York this week. So I was thinking I could do like a fun what I eat in a week in New York and show you guys kind of highlights. Maybe we'll see, maybe not every meal because that'd be a lot of meals, but what I eat and kind of recommend restaurants that I really like. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video and thanks for tuning in. So the first place I went to is called a hot pot place, which is pretty much, if you've never been to hot pot, you get your own broth and then you get your sides and you basically cook your toppings in the soup in front of you. And this place is a buffet, so as you can see, I'm just showing you guys the buffet. It started out with a bunch of veggies, more like greens and whatnot, and here's more veggies, and then you have some mushrooms, which are some of my favorite parts to hot pot, and then there's tofu, there's seafood, and at the end there's noodles. So you can just, it's a buffet, so you can get as much as you want, and I really love it because not many hot pot places are like this, and some of these noodles were really unique, like pumpkin or matcha noodles. So I really love this hot pot place and really recommend it. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm at my first food place, and this is like my favorite hot pot place that got me into hot pot. You can like get as many things as you want. I got this huge plate of veggies and I got a little bit of meat, but normally it's about like the veggies and all the other things. And yeah, so I'm just gonna let it simmer and cook, and then I'm gonna go back and get probably more seconds because it's a buffet style, which is really great, and that's what I love about this place. And then you get ice cream at the end. So I'm just really excited to eat. So this is kind of just showing what I got. You can get little side plates. I got some kimchi, I got the pork and chicken bone broth, and that's all my sides. I got a variety of like tofu, noodles, mushrooms in one plate, and then more greens, and I think I got like an egg as well in the other plate. So I like to just kind of throw everything in and let it just cook. When it comes to the meat, I will like one by one cook it because it takes only a few seconds and it's done. Otherwise, you don't want to overcook the meat. It's super thin. But yeah, so I'm just putting in all of the good things, and I just love with hot pot the variety, and especially with this place, with it being a buffet, you can just choose whatever you want. And then I got my sesame sauce on the side, which I love, and the meat, so it's really great. So the next place I went to, I thought it was just a boba place, but it really is a restaurant that has ramen or pot stickers, gyoza, different types of foods, and of course the boba, and it was actually so good. I did not expect this, and I really recommend going to this place if you are in Astoria for either boba or ramen. So the next place I ended up going to was a Russian restaurant, and I always like to go to them because of my family history, and I got klinkali, and that was those dumplings you saw, and my friend got like that lamb. And I just love the aesthetic also of these restaurants because they do have them in various cities. And this is the dessert I had. It's called Napoleon cake, and it's like this cream kind of pastry puff cake, and you get like tea with it and these like traditional Russian teacups. I just love the vibes of this restaurant, and the klinkali dumplings I had were so good. They were lamb, I believe, and they're actually Georgian, so it kind of meshes different countries in that area, but I really love this restaurant. Okay, so I'm at my next place to eat. I'm at a hot pot place that I found through one of Mikey Chen's videos, if you watch him. They have lots of fun different options, and it's hard to get here, but we finally got here. I really like the decor of this place, and it seems like it's kind of one of those all-you-can-eat places, but then you get the meat separately. So for hot pot, it's just like you choose your soup base, and then your different toppings, mushrooms, veggies, whatever it is, and then meat in addition to that. And yeah, so we just ordered, and I'll show you guys once the food comes. Yeah, I'm excited to try this place out because hot pot is one of my favorite types of foods, and I really like spring shabu shabu, I think that's what it's called, that I went to earlier, and I'm going to compare it to this one. So we got the mushroom broth and the pork bone broth, and it's like a split one, so there'll be like a separation between the two, so we can like cook meat and veggies and mushrooms and stuff separately. And yeah, so that's what I got, and I'm excited to eat because I only had a bagel today. Today was more of a work day, and I forgot to film my bagel because it was really cool. It was like a bulgogi kimchi bagel. It's really unique. I am in Bryant Park. I went to Cava, which is like a Mediterranean place where you kind of build your bowl as you like go down the line. It's like a Chipotle. There's a lot of places or chains in DC and New York that I really liked to eat at when I was going to school in DC, and don't have in Washington, so I got Cava and I totally forgot to film it, but this is what it looks like. It doesn't look very appetizing, but it's brown rice, arugula, chicken, falafel, cucumber, tomato, lentil, feta cheese, and hummus, eggplant sauce, and tzatziki. So just like Mediterranean. I thought it'd be healthy because I've been eating a lot of like heavy foods, specifically like Asian style. Like you've seen me go to Hot Pot twice already. So if you have Cava, definitely recommend trying it. I was gonna go to what's it called, Sweet Greens, to be like healthy, but by the time I like had my first meal, which is like almost 2 probably, I kind of wanted something like, I don't know, I just wanted Cava, and it was like right next door.
Hi, can I get the lychee oolong with the star jelly? Medium or large? Large.
I got my boba, my birthday boba, lychee oolong, large with starfruit jelly. It was so good. So now I'm going to be walking towards Rockefeller Center, go to some stores there, and this is just what I needed. Really living large today. So the next place we went to was really unique. It's called Astoria Seafood, and it's near my Airbnb, which was in Astoria, New York. And as you can see, it kind of just looks like, to me, a grocery store market where you go to the fish section and you can just buy whatever fish you want to take home and then cook. But this is actually like a restaurant, cafe, however you want to call it, and they cook the fish for you. So you can choose whatever fish you want out of all these different options. I was showing the calamari earlier. We've got salmon, we've got halibut, sea bass, lobster, scallops, shrimp, like all the fish you can think of and more, even fish that I'd not heard of. And my friend and I, we really wanted some fried calamari. So what you do is you get a bag and you just basically pick yourself. It's almost like a fish buffet, but you get the food before it's cooked, and then you say what style you want it, whether you want it grilled or you want it fried, and you can get however much you want and whatever pieces you want. And I had never been to a place like this before. I'm not sure if it's common. I just know that this particular place is really well known and popular, and I'm really glad that my friend showed me it. It was quite busy, and it seems like a very New York place. It was very busy, lots of people, lots of New York accents, and quick, like there was just a lot going on, and all the employees were great and like really fast and good at what they do. And there wasn't just seafood, you could get a salad. So I think they had multiple types of salads, but we got the Greek style, and this is what he's making here, just putting all the ingredients together. And I will say it was kind of a long wait to like put our name in and get our order in pretty much. But I also understand that it was busy, and it sounds like it's always busy because we were here on like a weekday lunch and it was pretty packed. But once we put our order in, the food was really quick. So this is the fried calamari, and we just squeezed the lemon on it, and it was really good. There was some marinara sauce or tartar sauce, whatever you want to use, and I really recommend it. And this is the grilled scallops that we had, and it was covered in butter and just so good. And this is the shrimp we decided to get. They were some big shrimp. They're huge. And they cut it open, but we still had to like clean it ourselves, but it wasn't too big of a deal. And then this is a lobster tail that we got, which is covered in butter. which was funny. And we actually had a hard time trying to cut this in half with a plastic knife because you get plastic utensils. So they were so nice and saw that we were struggling. And so they like took it and cut it for us, which was great. And then we also had the Greek salad before the start, and we were very happy. Now this next place might be one of my favorite places I went to in New York. It's called Joe's Dumpling, and I'm passionate about this place. My favorite type of food is soup dumplings, and I'm obsessed with Ding Tai Fung, which is a chain, and they don't have it in New York, but I found this place and I wanted to try it. So you see there, they have, 6 dumplings, and they're big and juicy and fat, and then this hot and sour, I believe, soup with egg throughout it and wood ear mushrooms and shrimp, and that was really good, especially when it's pretty cold outside. And it's a little portion, which was great because I was here on my own and I wanted to also get some rice, and I like that this rice had a lot of different, like there was a lot of egg in it, and I wanted to get like a smaller portion of a rice, but they didn't have that option, only for like white or brown rice, and I wanted the fried rice, but that's okay. And I really enjoyed this rice. It was so good. So these soup dumplings, I tried to use this tong to get them, but they would like cut them open and the soup would spill everywhere. So I decided to not do that anymore. And yeah, so I thought I would get this shot of me eating the food. So I hope you enjoy, but this is like my favorite meal pretty much, is soup dumplings with fried rice and maybe like a small soup on the side or some veg. So what I do when I eat my soup dumplings, because I know it can be kind of confusing or difficult for first timers to have soup dumplings, but I like to use my soup spoon and my chopsticks, and I will dump the soup dumpling into the vinegar or soy sauce or whatever, and then I will take a little nibble and let like the soup kind of fill up the spoon. And also it lets me gauge like how hot the dumpling is, because sometimes these dumplings come out scorching hot and you don't want to burn yourself. I've seen my friends, and I've done it many times, and it's not fun when like hot soup fills your mouth and it's hot. So then I'll just, take a couple of bites, depending. These dumplings are a lot bigger than ones that I'm used to at other places like Ding Tai Fung. But so it took a few more bites to eat it. But I really just like to use this soup or the soup spoon and chopstick combo. I like to put because it's kind of hard to eat rice with chopsticks no matter how good you are with chopsticks. So I like to kind of put the rice into the soup spoon. And yeah, I just really loved this place. And the last place I went to was the Egg Shop in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York. And this was brunch time on a Sunday, so it was quite busy. So I got this really cool French egg style egg with avocado and a hash brown and sausage, and then this hash brown on the side as well, which those hash browns have truffles, and that's what my friend got. I forgot the name of her order, but I really liked this item. It was really good. I love eggs, and I definitely recommend this place. So that has been what I ate in New York in the week. Obviously, I didn't film every single meal I had, but for the most part, I filmed most meals, and definitely the more interesting, exciting, delicious meals. As you can tell, I'm very much a fan of Asian meals. So getting hot pot multiple times, going to get soup dumplings, I just love those kinds of foods, and they're always my go-to. But I also love breakfast foods, so going and getting brunch. Also trying to be a little more healthy and going and getting kava, which has like a salad base to it, and also going and getting some seafood. So I like to think that I had some variety, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know if you have been to any of these restaurants or if you would like to go to any of these restaurants. I've really been enjoying watching eating videos, specifically Mikey Chen. Let me know if any of you watch him or Strictly Dumpling. And I was just inspired when watching his videos, knowing I'm going to New York. Why not film just what I eat? Because I had a mix of trying new places, but also I'd gone to New York several times while I lived in DC, and I did have my go-to favorite places. So it was really nice to be able to revisit them after moving back to the West Coast, and I really enjoyed my time there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Bye.